time, and I used to go to auctions all the time, and I'm sure that's where I got it somewhere.
Okay.
Like you needed it.
Yeah.
So would you go look at it?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Oh.
But yeah, we'd love to.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's okay, he smells like a farmer in here.
Auction.
Auction. Oh my goodness.
Post office auction.
Right. Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of them,
So,
but that's all that's left.
yeah.
Do you want them?
Well, I'll be, where did I,
He's still looking for the cane.
We go,
there it is.
Oh, see?
we go through this about 10 times a day. I put them rocks there because I had tomatoes here one year.
Oh.
And I got them all over the plastic, you know? Yep. Well, I don't do that anymore. So
Oh, he's got it. I was gonna hold it. but-
Come in.
Okay.
oh, there it is. Okay.
There it is.
Wow. All right.
And the problem, one of the problem, that's full of bolts and it's heavy.
All right.
Well,
Guys.
we'll come with some guys, yeah.
Huh?
We'll come with our guys. We'll bring Joe
Bring some
and
men.
Rob. And,
That's why I said you gotta bring some muscle to get it,
okay.
to lift that off.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
this
probably-
might not be so bad.
Probably 100 pounds worth of bolts.
Trying to read what it says on
Been
there.
in here for a while.
She's
Are
getting
there
the-
words on there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
it
are.
says nutting, faribault,
What does it say?
nutting, Nutting, and then faribault, Faribault, Minnesota, and then it's got a number.
So,
But yeah, I'm sure I got that at an auction someplace, and I've never really used it.
Dad would be hauling meat on that, right?
Yeah. So it's got a,
stay right there.
are we able to move it back or not?
Oh, yeah. Put it in your garden.
What?
I used to.
Teresa, can you see this? It's got a wheel at the front,
Yes.
Well, just
and then
a
it's
minute.
got two
At the back.
in the middle.
Just a minute.
Oh, there's one on the back
Oh,
too.
this.
Looks
And there's writing here
Yeah.
too.
Oh, there's writing.
Yes.
Okay. Same thing.
It might be. It looks. Then we might.
Yeah, looks like. I see the faribault.
Got writing again. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Don't strain anything. That's good. That's good. Ho 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 ho.
Yeah.
Far enough.
Yeah,
There's writing on the front.
I don't have lights in here.
that's all right. I mean, actually, if I get out of the way here, that says. Probably says the same thing.
You opened this door one day to go in. There was a raccoon sleeping there. He went up above there, and I've never been back.
So last night we come home from a meeting and Joe lets me because his
Put something there on
Darren's
it.
got his regular
Put
truck. So he's
something
got the
behind
big
this
diesel
wheel.
in the garage. Which
It
barely
wants to go
fits.
back
So he
toward
lets
you.
me out
Okay.
before he parks it
Just
in the garage.
anything there.
I'm standing there and I'm thinking, there's this skunk.
Yeah,
right
that'll
there.
work.
I mean, it's what happened. My buddy
That should
got out.
stop it.
He was like
good?
just 6 feet from me, eating away. But
There.
I swear he looked like a
Alright.
skunk, you know, and I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden I realized, that's my bunny. That's my. So he must have got out when I was feeding, put food and water in.
So there's
They've all died.
Only about 3 or 4
And
women,
don't you
too.
get together like quite often?
Oh, we used to,
They
but
don't
hell, there
anymore.
ain't enough of us anymore. We haven't had a reunion for 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
because they all died.
Oh.
Did you start out at a one-room school?
Yes, right over there.
So is that number 8?
Barclay?
Oh,
No.
in Barclay?
Poyner.
Poyner. Okay.
It's gone, of
Yeah.
course.
Mhm.
But yeah, I went there 4 years and no kindergarten.
Mhm.
That's why I was the youngest one in my class.
Mhm.
I was the oldest one in my class. The way my birthday was, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to a one-room school first too?
At 59 I graduated, but you know, like Rose Celeste's almost a year younger than me.
Right.
You know?
In the summer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, your mother started out in country school.
Yes. Well, so she actually went to
Well, yeah,
Dockford.
she-
No, she was in kindergarten.
And then
Then
third
she
grade,
went- then she
because
went-
Gary was born.
Okay.
Then she went to Bennington 8
Because I know kindergarten
until,
for sure she was
and
there.
she was the last year before everybody had to go to, and yeah, like
You know, I
56.
remember her, we
Yeah.
made
Everybody had to go
handprints,
to
you
the-
know, and
the big school.
we
I
went,
went-
Jane and I went to
I
see if
went
they were
4
hard
years.
yet.
Yeah.
And she
Country
put her
school.
finger on mine. It wasn't.
then I went-
I have her fingerprint on my
Stayed
hand.
over for another year.
I don't remember
Okay.
much else
Country
about
school.
kindergarten. I do remember that.
I think each area
I was
was
so mad at her.
different too. That's,
What?
each area was different when the one-room schools went away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but Linda,
that,
Linda went to one room, and Gary did. So it was
Yeah.
just Clint did, because he would have been that much.
yeah, that one over there where your mother went was one of the last ones around.
And
Dewar,
yeah,
So did
3.
you guys
like-
play softball with other one-room schools, or?
like Don Schilling always said, he went to Dewar High. It was only 8th grade,
Yeah.
but it was a big school. I mean,
Did you ask?
They
she
had
asked you if you
2
played other
rooms,
schools.
the bigs and the little.
oh yeah, we played ball, but I wasn't very old.
Right.
Just a baby. Yeah.
Third grade, you ain't very old to
Yeah.
play ball.
I went to Barclay, what I call it, summer school, catechism, you know, for weeks every summer, I guess it was.
So was that in the school that we moved
Yeah.
into town?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought that Barclay school was a Catholic school when I was a kid, but it wasn't.
No.
Right.
It's just that everybody there was a Catholic.
They lived in that area.
Yeah.
Partners.
Chilly.
Yeah, it is.
And I had
It's weird lately,
an
it changes
partner
like
was
that.
my teacher,
Okay.
and what was their name? Vera Reicherts was my teacher. Because back then they couldn't get married and be teaching country school.
Yeah.
And I think Dorothy got married, so they got rid of her, and that's when Vera Reicherts. And then I think she got married, and that's when they closed.
Oh.
She married Fiftner.
You should start him.
No, this is
No,
good.
we're good. We like the history.
Brother bought that, and there was a bunch of depot lumber around here for years.
Hmm.
You know,
No.
they tore it down and
Mm-hmm.
brought the lumber home.
Well, Jules Mauer has the signs off the Dewar Depot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah, what's her name? Her mother. She collected all that stuff.
Yeah,
from
she
Dewar.
did.
I think we have quite a bit of it now.
Yeah, she's been going through things and donating.
So that
We don't have it all
get
cataloged yet, but
Get it online.
we have a good Dewar
Oh, by
presents.
the way.
We have a section in the museum for Dewar too now. So
You're going to make that so that 5 years from now I want it back, I can get it.
oh, you don't want to sign your life away.
I know. I doubt if I will, but if it.
So you
if
want it on loan?
Yeah, on loan. If I see somewhere it's worth $10,000.
You
I'll
may
want
want
it
it back.
Tell you what, I'll do some research now
And tell
and
you.
see, okay? And let you know.
And for taxes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can put what value you want to place on that, and then we'll
Yes.
give you a
Because we're
statement.
nonprofit, so we can
Yeah.
actually. We can't tell you how much, but we can.
I mean, we can do some research for you, but you
Yes.
need to set the price,
And
then
then
we'll give you a
send
form.
you our form with our.
The tax
And then
statement
you just give it to your tax person, and yeah.
as a donation.
Yeah.
Maybe dig around your junk some more.
Huh?
Maybe you should dig around your junk some more.
I used to go to auctions a lot. And I was a sucker, I guess, for the auctions. Well, and I just, now get this. Just here, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was an online auction from Bacchus
Yeah.
in Bremen.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of the items was a 8-foot fluorescent lights fixtures,
Wow.
and I bid what?
You did bid. The starting bid was a quarter. Did
No,
nobody else bid?
no, I
How much
bid
did-
on them, or I wouldn't have got them. I bid like $10,
Oh, that's right.
but nobody else bid other than somebody bid a quarter. I never do these online because
Uh-huh.
they're kind of complicated. But anyway, so I got them, 8 fluorescent fixtures and some bulbs
Uh-huh.
were okay. And I got them for 26 cents. The
Wow.
whole thing.
Wow.
Well, now I have put up 3 of them.
Now he's addicted to that.
Yeah.
And they
But as we get older, we need more light too.
Right.
I
mean,
do,
that's
I do,
we
I
And he
do.
put one up in the
Yeah.
the newer part of the basement, you know. And I went, oh,
Wow.
I didn't know it was that dirty.
Take those lights down. That's what I would have said. Otherwise, I have to clean. Yeah,
so
that is
tell Joe if he needs an 8-foot
that's
fluorescent
a light.
light. I mean, they're great.
Sell them for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I called Menards. These are funny looking bulbs.
Right.
They're not just a one prong, they're a rectangle. I've seen them before, but they've got them, they're $10 a piece, the bulbs.
Yep.
Really dirty.
Yeah.
His pickup was not working, so I had to bring him home in the car.
Blankies down and
2 trips, you know, to lean over, hang on to it.
Did you ever see Tom Magee at the auctions? He went to a lot of auctions.
Well, out in Colorado.
He had buildings.
Well, Grandpa Tom.
oh.
Oh.
Tom and
yeah.
Lois.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean,
You didn't have to bid against him? Because he would get a lot of things for a quarter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so would Warren Miller. He always got that quarter can of junk.
everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The auctioneer knew if he couldn't get something sold, Tom, you want it for a quarter?
Yeah.
Yep. I knew Tom good. I'll tell you Tom's story. They were working on Oldham House on the corner beside the post office.
Uh-huh.
And Tom and Harold were up on the roof. And Pete was cutting the stuff and Pete handed a board up, and Tom and Harold, well, Harold mostly, he said, it don't fit. And Pete said, God damn it, I cut it, put it in there, it'll fit. And Harold said, I don't care if Jesus Christ cut it, it don't fit. I've remembered that. Oh, I about died laughing. Yeah, those three guys working on, they were a
Trio, huh?
real bunch. But that's the way Pete would do. He'd just look at it and cut it.
No measuring?
We didn't measure. And he was usually right.
Huh.
But Harold, what's his name?
Was it Brennan?
Bellmer.
Oh, no.
What?
Bellmer?
Bellmer. Yeah,
Okay.
Harold Bellmer.
I think he's in that Magee construction photo.
Yeah.
Harold Bellmer is in the photo we have.
That Wayne gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked for Pete forever, I think. Him and Tom both.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I started out,
Yeah, so tell us where you started in Dunk and went to and who you were with.
oh yeah, I
business.
worked for Harlan Sage and Grady, Lauren Grady.
Mm-hmm. Farming?
No, we're electrician.
Oh, electrician. Okay.
And then that's where I got acquainted with Pete and Tom and Harold and those guys, Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember Raleigh ever working for Pete.
I don't remember that he did.
I don't think so.
No, I don't remember any stories.
Tom did.
Yeah.
Tom McGee
Brother
did.
Tom, yeah.
But yeah, that's a long time ago. Well, let's see. And Pete's last venture was he built, I think, 3 houses down there where Tom DeLong lived. That was one of the houses. And Pete said, we were just getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you wire all 3 of them, and I think $10,000 you can have one of the houses.
Wow.
Said I didn't have no money.
Yeah, so that was too
And he
much.
said
Back then
he
was
would-
like 100,000, you know.
He
Sure.
would finance it even. And,
Couldn't do it?
I think I could end up in her. There was another house we almost bought, but it had a stool in the living room.
A stool?
A
Like a toilet?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still in the living room or not. The house is still there. It's on a corner.
that's that house across the street from, well, down there by Ambrose Knievel.
Really?
Where
I'm
Jude?
thinking up
Is that where Jude lives now?
anyway. Yeah, it's on
can't
a corner
remember
of
who.
the house.
Some old lady lived there last, and she didn't have plumbing, and somebody got her plumbing and put the bathroom right beside her bed, right in the living room.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. I can't remember who
Don't
that
want
old
company
lady.
though.
Some old lady, but I can't remember who.
I don't think I ever knew what her name was. But,
So when did you come here?
When Ellen was born.
yeah, when Ellen was born, I'm trying to think how old she is. Well, that would have been 62. Yep. And I said, nope, I don't want to live here. I don't want to live that close to relatives. He's okay. I'll get you a house. In 6 months, we'll move.
You're still here.
I'm still here 65 years later or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yep, I'm still waiting to move.
But yeah, see, I lived here all my life.
on? When we had that on, 73 or 74,
And who did it? Was it local? or-
Bob Speed.
Bob
Oh.
Speed did it.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I've lived here all my life,
Mm-hmm.
other than the years I was in the service.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I think I showed up here when I was about 2. 'Cause see, my mother died when I was born,
Really?
and an aunt and uncle took care of me in Waterloo until I was, I don't know, 2 or 3, and then I came out here,
Hmm.
and I've lived here ever since. That's why I know that old apple tree.
You planted it with Grandpa.
Yeah, I was, well, 7 or 8, I suppose. I was old enough to run a shovel,
Yeah,
big.
good.
And Gramp he was probably 80, at the time, and he was still planting apple trees.
One morning I heard noise out there. I looked out, and here was the tree cutters for the county or whatever. Anyway, they were all ready to cut that tree down. I whipped that window open and yelled at them.
You cut that tree down.
Oh, because they're not supposed to cut them down on your property.
They can
tree.
trim them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can trim
Away
them
from the
and cut-
wires. Yeah.
Cut them down, but they were ready to cut it down.
Ooh.
And I think they thought it was in the ditch.
Wow.
But
But
see,
originally
back in those days, they didn't have nursing homes. Gramp lived with
Just
us.
Family.
Yeah. He was, his wife had died way before, I don't know when. I never knew her. But he lived till he was 90, right here.
Mm.
And he was born just down here where Darlene lives.
Yep.
It's a nice spring day, though, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Finally. Get rid of that cold rain.
I thought for a minute we were going to jump right into hot summer. Skip spring.
Yeah. All right.
Well, should we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sit there and here
Heard
I
all
am,
the-
6 years old, and I'm hearing the 8th grade kids doing their stuff.
I've heard this for years now.
And
They're
and
so
you
much
want to be as smart as them, right? So,
Yeah, and back then the country school kids, when they got to Dunkerton, they were at the top of the class because they learned all that stuff. Sitting there listening.
yeah.
Yeah. Hearing the same thing every year.
Yeah. Mom said that's why she
Yeah.
became a teacher. She really loved that country school and the families coming together to
Boy, they're
do.
really burning
things.
over there.
I wonder if it isn't whatever remained of that house.